have 4 weapons. So you get the turtles. If you like Michelangelo, you're gonna have a pair of nunchucks.
But you got to go in there and put them on them to have them. So when you boot the game, you don't have to go looking for gear. You will at least have four weapons for everyone to play with.
Now, in tournament mode,
which is a gift that Ed sent out today.
Yes, in tournament mode, when you select them, you actually get another UI option that has the 4, and you can select them.
Right.
Sure. And a lot of people have wondered how their gear works. They all have a ton of different gear that's for whatever loadout you want. So you can have a Leonardo that has like a bandana on, a Michelangelo that has like a sci-fi gear, and then whatever you want to think of. So you can make your own loadout. Like we'll show later, I made loadouts that, in my opinion, match their characters and stuff. And because I do lore-based loadouts, and I'll explain my reasoning. So please be excited for that.
Lore loadouts.
Everyone's pretty amped about that. So
they all have. So let's begin. Let's start with Leonardo. Or whatever loadout. All right, so the turtles have several shared moves. They have several sci-fi gear, and then whatever you want to think of. So you can make your own loadout. Like we'll show later, I made loadouts that.
Короче, будут костюмы разные, будет sci-fi какой-то фантастический костюм будет, да?
And I'll explain my reasoning, so please be excited for that.
Lore loadouts.
Everyone's pretty amped about that. So
let's begin. Let's start with Leonardo.
Superman. Fighters approaching.
All right, so the turtles have several shared moves. They have several shared normal attacks and special attacks, and then they each have their own individual moves, their individual throws, and their character powers are completely different. Yeah. So let's start with some generic.
Tyler's the worst.
Let's start with some generic turtle moves. A lot of their normal attacks and combos are kind of ninja moves, like their back 3.
Ой, смотрите, у него внизу, где обилка, короче, там 3 разделения. Это что, 3 черепахи можно вызвать все-таки?
What makes them different, the end of their strings are often character specific. So check this out. His overhead goes into a low sword swipe. But with Michelangelo, he'll actually use a skateboard. Or Raphael will use a size. And these have different properties. Like, maybe Leonardo's will be safe on block, but Raphael's is 2 hits and it's punishable. They also have this, and then they have a defender. This actually goes into an overhead, and you can get a combo, whereas Donatello's actually goes into a low. So the start of the strings will be very similar, but then the ending will be quite a bit different. So one of the nice things is, when you're playing the turtle, you have your 80% kind of base game, and if you're really good with Leonardo, then you can take it to Raphael, and you can learn the 20% that's different. It's the Shellicopter. If you meter burn it, they do a big giant swing. Whoa, 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 whoa! Radical! And they throw you.
Also their wake-up move.
Yes, that's
but important to know, it's not safe.
Right.
Like, you can surprise people pretty easily because it's pretty quick.
Yes.
You're doing it from the ground. But if you get blocked on that, you're gonna take some damage if somebody's ready for it.
They also have this shell dive kick where they come down, and you can meter burn it, and you stay safe, and another turtle comes out and does additional damage.
There it is.
So normally it's punishable, but if you want to play it safe, you can meter burn it, and it'll be safe on block, and it does pretty decent damage.
And what I've learned is you can kind of set people up with it by doing the regular one, and eventually like doing that kick late, and they're not ready for it. They don't block gems sometimes. So it's definitely kind of a tool to mix them up a little bit.
Another universal move is turtling, where they actually put their head in their shell, and then they will absorb a projectile and roll back. Different, you can pick them up pretty quickly.
Yeah. But the great thing is too, we've played a ton of matches and such. But if you're playing 2 different turtles, the matches do feel very different.
Yeah, the 20% obviously makes a huge difference. So here's Leonardo's throw.
And that's one thing a lot of people were asking is like, can you summon additional turtles? Are there assists?
Yes, throughout their move list, they have different moves that allow them to do that.
But you're not necessarily like summoning a turtle.
Right, you're never like controlling another one. That never replaces them, but
it's
they
just
have
part
a lot
of their combo or their throw.
Exactly.
Now, originally, people thought that we were going to make the turtles, and it would be one turtle that had a bunch of different assists come in.
Right.
There are 4 different turtles.
Yes.
That's very important to understand.
Yes.
I was glad to see on Reddit everyone, like, for the last couple of days, have been guessing what was happening.
Yep.
It's like, no, there's
4 different turtles.
We made 4 distinct turtles.
So let's talk about some of their shared special moves, because they have a couple. They all have this turtle roll
Такое ощущение, что они
where they go across the screen.
говорили насчет... О, ха,
It's the Shellicopter.
что у них похожие удары будут все-таки, да?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Radical! And they throw you.
Прикольный удар, кстати, да, верчение.
Yes, that's
Now,
a
but
little wake
important
up.
to
Удар
know,
этим. Как у Кена,
it's
ребят,
safe.
Cannonball.
Right, like, you can surprise people pretty easily because it's pretty quick.
Yes.
You're doing it from the ground. But if you get blocked on that, you're gonna take some damage if somebody's ready for it.
They also have this shell dive kick where they come down, and you can meter burn it, and you stay safe, and another turtle comes out and does
Нырок,
it.
короче, shell dive kick.
So normally it's
С метром,
punishable,
короче,
but
выскочил
if
этот,
you want
да?
to play it
На
safe, you
помощь.
can meter burn it, and it'll be safe on block, and it does pretty decent damage.
And what I've learned is you can kind of set people up with it by doing the regular one and eventually, like, doing that kick late, and they're not ready for it, they don't block gems sometimes.
Yep.
So it's definitely kind of a tool to mix them up a little bit.
Another universal move is turtling, where they actually put their head in their shell, and then they will absorb a projectile and roll back.
Голову убирает в панцирь.
Awesome.
And if you meter burn it, they'll actually be able to absorb normal attacks, and then they don't take any damage, and they get away. So you can use this as like a parry, as a way to avoid projectiles. And one final move they all share is this turtle up. Completely different. So Leonardo, as the known leader, Master Splinter's favorite son, he can use assists with all 3 turtles. For example, if you hit forward in circle, Raphael will throw a size and he gains a projectile. The turtles usually don't have projectiles, so that's really powerful. It's a 2-hitting one. Yes, because it's an overhead, and it can cross up between the close, medium, and far. So you can do like, you're blocking it, and then they don't know if you're going to do the close one, or maybe you push them back, and that one might have crossed them up.
And like we mentioned earlier, that string, like that overhead string that he does, do the overhead string overhead, ends with a low.
Yep.
You can make it end with an overhead.
Yeah.
And that's just a little mind game to play.
Yep. I think, to me, the turtles are up close and like started around like mid-range characters to me. I think that's where they excel, all 4, and then they excel in different areas. We're gonna show some. I think Leonardo's one of the best at like this range because it's back 1.
Yeah, he has a reach. He has
Right.
reach the most.
But Michelangelo is like a 50-50 machine, which we'll show pretty soon. So let's go over Leonardo's.
Character power. Oh yeah.
We'll go
Sorry.
to that. Yeah. So they each have, in addition to the shell moves,
The lore. You know, you bring the lore.
they also have their own jump 2, their own down 2, and their own super move into.
Типа удар апперкот с метром, а вот опять
And it
тоже
also looks awesome
персонаж
when the turtle
вылетает.
comes out. He has shredded, which is a multiple hit attack.
Рубка, короче.
It does really good damage. You can like combo
Что-то у
up
кого-то
and down
такой
block.
прием был, у
If you
кого не
meter burn it,
помню.
it does additional damage. It remains safe on block, so it's a way you can end your strings and stay
And
safe.
it's leaving them in the range that the turtles want to be in.
Exactly,
Leonardo
which is
wants
like
to be in.
that mid range.
Так, напоминает, как у Такеды.
Character power is completely different. So Leonardo, as the known leader, Master Splinter's favorite son, he can use assists with all 3 turtles. For example, if you hit forward in circle, Raphael will throw a size and he gains a projectile. The turtles usually don't have projectiles, so that's really powerful. It's a 2-hitting one. They're both highs, but they're very quick. They can break armor.
Смотрите, это на кружок он кидает Сай, он нажимает кружок, и типа Рафаэль Сай кидает.
You'll see though, it is on a cooldown, so he's not going to have traditional zoning where he's just spamming them, but it does have a cooldown.
Yeah, you'll notice on the bottom.
То есть
they have
это билка Рафаэля получается.
different cooldowns for
Yes.
each of the other turtles.
And the cooldowns are different based
А
on
билка
balance
Дона он
reasons.
с палкой
Like
вылетает, бьет, а
Donatello's
билка
overhead
Микеланджело
that
сейчас
actually
покажут.
launches, so he can use it as a combo start. He actually gets a back 3. That you can see when the combo's over the cooldown to start. And that's
Главное,
a
одну он
long
использовал, она
cooldown.
исполняется. Можно, значит,
And
остальные
then we
2
have
тоже использовать,
Michelangelo,
получается.
which is a low, and he goes super fast.
А, вот
It's
Микеланджело
the
нижняя
fastest
атака
low
получается,
projectile
да?
in the game. And that has kind of a mid-level cooldown between Raphael and Donatello.
And he
Ха,
gets
прикольно,
high.
прикольно,
And
вообще
you get a
классно.
high 3.
Блин, разнообразно будет, такие миксапы можно будет, наверное, мутить с ними, я чувствую.
It's just the lore. You know, you bring the lore.
They also have their own jump 2, their own down 2.
And one of the best things like in his playbook to me is his back 2-2-1.
Yeah.
Which is
X-рейт одинаковый, но старт-то в начало-то разное, да, у него. Фига, он Сай воткнул прям в Супермена.
Cool.
То есть получается немножко, но у каждого будет X-рей отличаться. Тоже прикольно.
In fact, you have called him
Донателло сейчас будет.
Not your main turtle, your main.
Your main?
Да, Найтвинг также крутил в первой части, да, было дело. Палки.
And how do you feel about Donatello?
I feel like I'm playing him pretty well right now.
So Donatello,
Yep.
Donatello, because of his staff, he has excellent range. However, Leonardo is more of like a footsies type, safe, like mid-range character. He just kind of bullies you in the mid-range, but he doesn't really mix you up. Donatello is a mix-up machine. So he has the overhead that all the turtles have, but he also has a long-range low. This back 1-2, and this is actually safe, or you can commit to doing a special move. So his version of
Такие звуки ударов прикольные
actually
тоже.
pops you up. So trust me.
Так, камбу заваливает.
So,
Ага,
while it is
баунс
not
атака.
safe like Leonardo's, it gets a combo. So this is a perfect example of how their playstyles are pretty similar, but they have radically different properties. So he can kind of, from this range, control space with his long range, and then if he wants to, try to open you up with his 50-50 attack. Now, they are punishable.
И оружием бьют, и руками
He
бьют.
wants to combo you, so it's high risk, high reward, space control, if that's your thing.
And one of the best things in his playbook to me is his back 2-2-1.
Yeah.
Which we'll show later.
He also has anti-air grab, and this is a combo starter. If you make it
Антивоздушный захват, анти-эр.
and it's a great combo.
Выводит, короче, на комбо тоже, да?
So this is the back 2-2 you were talking about. Back 2-2-3.
Safe.
Yeah, it's actually plus.
Plus,
right,
sorry,
right.
plus.
It
Назад
does start with
2-2-3,
a
это
high, but
плюс.
it's definitely his like really good like mid-range tool to throw out.
It's high mid.
Right, right. So they have to like already have done a move to interrupt it.
Right.
So his character power is pretty awesome. It's, as you know, he does machines.
Gizmos and gadgets.
So this one he throws down, and this bug zapper will actually absorb projectiles. So you throw it down.
Блин. Я только сейчас эту фишку просек. Смотрите.
He has a
Получается,
second
что
one.
это у Леонардо обилка, что он вызывает других персонажей. А у Донателло это... Или это дополнительную обилку они поставили, я что-то не понял. То есть, видите, у него обилка, он ставит какую-то мину какую-то, ставит электрическую. И у него нет этих черепашек на вызове. Но я не вижу, чтобы режим турнира стоял в этой тренировке. То есть, непонятно, это что, это обилка? Дополнительная обилка или так и будет у него? Кто понял, ребята, эту фишку?
His 50-50 mix-ups, because Donatello is a little bit on the slow side. His low is very, very slow. So how do I set up when the opponent's walking around, outfooting me?
Да, либо то, что они говорили, что Леонардо главный, возможно, из-за этого он в своих обилках использует всех черепах. Но вроде и Микеланджело с Рафаэлем должны вызывать других черепах. В общем, я вот эту фишку пропустил, то есть это сейчас дополнительная обилка или это его стандартная? Непонятно пока.
And another good thing about this kind of secret good is it's really good for first hit bonus.
It's got to be one of the cheapest for his first hit bonus things in the game, yeah.
Huh.
I believe we've probably played 50 games, and I might have 40 first hit bonuses in that. Like,
it's also incredibly cheap for the end of the game.
Вполне возможно, просто у каждой черепашки своя обилка, не все умеют вызывать других персонажей. Поскольку Донателло, он же делает всякие гаджеты, у него такую штуку сделали.
Now the thing is, there's some
this breakdancing where shell mill, and he can actually control how far he goes. You know, if you want to just not go in but just dance a little because you're hype, you can do that. And if he meter burns it, he gets a combo. And the shell mill is actually a low, so that's going to lead to mix-ups like the third hits of this an overhead, so the opponent's got a stand block. Or if you want to commit and go crazy, you can start dancing and mix them up.
Yeah, we'll pretend you did the combo there.
Yeah.
Good job.
Would you say that you're the worst of them?
Michelangelo? Oh yeah, I like Leonardo.
Cool.
I'll body anyone with Leonardo.
Anything else special to
Yes.
Michelangelo?
His character power is riding his jet-powered, created by Donatello,
ребят, у Леонардо вот дополнительные обилки, да, там сюрикены они кидают, там палка, еще что-то, но помимо этого каждая черепаха может других черепах вызывать в определенной комбе с использованием метра. Так что и у Микеланджело тоже может Рафаэль появиться, вот как было. То есть, короче, если вовремя метр использовать, то они все равно появятся, черепахи.
So his character power, well, we'll go special moves first. He has Hot Nunchuck Fury.
О, прикольно. Special move, нунчаки.
And if you meter burn it, it's a combo starter.
Так, понятно, на комбо выводят тоже эти нунчаки. Но похоже, да, понятно, что там он мечами там махал быстро, там этот палкой, а этот нунчаками, и с усилением выводит на комбо. То есть они похожи сделаны по механике немного.
And he has this breakdancing.
Ха-ха, классно, брейкданс. Go Ninja Go.
You know, if you want to just not go in, but just dance a little because you're hype, you can do that. And if he meter burns it, he gets a combo.
О, прикольно, прикольно.
And the shell is actually a low. So that's going to lead to mix-ups like the third hits of this an overhead, so the opponent's got a stand block. Or if you want to commit and go crazy, you can start dancing and mix them up.
Yeah, we'll pretend you did the combo there.
Yeah.
Good job!
Would you say that you're the worst of them?
Michelangelo? Oh yeah, I like Leonardo.
Cool.
I'll body anyone with Leonardo.
Anything else special to
Yes.
Michelangelo?
His character power is riding his jet-powered, created by Donatello, skateboard.
The cheapskate.
Yeah, so
Так
while
медленно
he's on,
едет
he has
этот
to
скейтборд у
block.
него.
He just kick it immediately.
Вспоминаются сразу игрушки с Дэнди, там они на них
See, it's on a
катались
cool
тоже на
one. So this is
скейтбордах.
not a projectile. He's not a zoning character.
Помните,
but
ребят, такую
he can
тему?
kick it. He can also do a low, and he can do an overhead.
А, и оверхед можно сделать и лоу, и просто
Short
бросить,
version,
короче,
or
этот
you can do
скейтборд
long
можно.
version. You can also speed up
Офигенно.
when you're on the skateboard, or you can start going slow, or at any point you can get off it. And you've been playing.
Блин, наверное,
Melee,
один из
you
таких
use,
самых разнообразных персов будет. Сложно будет, мне кажется, против него играть.
Yeah, it's funny. If you do it far away, you still get scared.
Будет тоже всех
It doesn't move
наматывать.
super fast at times, but you don't know if you're gonna get the overhead or you're gonna get the low. The low's really fast.
Yes.
Now, if you see the low coming, you block it. You got 45 minutes
Right.
to go through and get a punish. But
Right. Michelangelo is a risk-taking character. Like, if you want a character that you're going to be able to open them up and you're going to risk your life for it, but you don't mind because you're a nut, he's definitely the one you're going to want to play.
Sounds like my kind of turtle.
Yeah. Oh, let's just check out his throw, too. I love that kicking it up in your face part. So, finally, we have
Это
Raphael.
вообще захват, что ли, получается?
And Raphael, to me, is kind of the best at melee combat.
the most flippant of the turtles.
Ну что, Рафаэль остался, да?
Yeah, cool but rude.
Give me a break. So, 4-2-1-3 is a double hitting string. And he has back 2-3, which is a really good long range move. And then he has this tricky string, which has two overheads in
Блин,
it.
затыкивает
And
как
one of them
милину,
makes you
блин.
block the
Пипец
other way,
жесткий.
and this is definitely the best day one string. Like, day one turtle, you just spam this and you'll beat everybody. Like, you had trouble with it at first.
Yeah.
Первый
Once you
день вот
figure
этим
it
говорят,
out,
спамить очень
then the
можно
turtles
всех
are gonna
будет.
have to go into just doing it or doing shell drop and stuff. But it's a great opening day strategy. His individual moves is he has a parry, which I just totally missed on.
А вот парирование, которое в этом было, да, в трейлере?
He can
Ну,
meter
даже
burn
он
for
не с первого
additional
раза его
damage.
сделал. Угу. Ну, такое парирование.
I'm
And
still super impressed by
С
how
усилением
fast
на комбо не выводит, просто добивание
I mean, it's
делает.
the only thing I'm good at anymore now that I'm washed up.
you are washed up.
Yeah.
Old man.
And he has getting hype, which ties to his character power. So Raphael gets hype.
Get
And you
high.
can
Get
see at the
hype,
bottom
смотрите.
the little UI for his size.
Это ты чё, как у Джокера, типа,
His
когда он
character
скорость
power
увеличивает, а это
is
чё?
an auto combo. It's kind of similar to Catwoman's.
Автокомбо у него
Go
появляется?
up.
А,
Meter burn hype gives you 2 levels of it.
Doubles the hype.
And then he goes into this. Now, this is an auto combo that's an invincible wake up attack.
короче, какие-то
and
автокомбо
during
включаются,
certain
когда
parts
он
of it,
активирует
you
эту
meter
штуку.
burn. So, for example, you meter burn it and then you get a back 3.
Необычно.
That is one of his key combo starters. So, you get this great mid-range move, like you can do...
Это как ха-ха у Джокера включается потихонечку. Включаешь, да, потом...
And then you get a combo. And another neat trick is, you can actually cancel the meter burn one. So let's say I'm getting hype and Superman is like, stop getting hype. There's no hype allowed in the regime. And he's forcing me.
Хайп,
You can
хайп,
cancel
хайп,
one of
ребят.
that. So, if he does like a back 3 to stop me, no bro, I'm getting hype and you can't stop me.
How hype are you?
11 out of 10.
Well, right now he's zero hype. There we go.
I'm mad, I'm hype.
So, and like we've been showing, and like we've been talking about, the Turtles, as you can probably see now, mainly, like a lot of it has to do with their character power.
Yes.
Will be playing very differently.
Yeah, I think they're all like mid to close range characters, and then they have spice to them that separates them. So I think if you want to play like a good melee character, you can't go wrong with the Turtles. And then it's like, well, do you want to play one that does mix-ups? Do you want to play one that's just very patient and safe? Do you want to play one that's high risk? That's where the little minutia comes in, and that's where they're very, very different.
Right.
And I think there's going to be some people where if you just like Michelangelo, you can just play Michelangelo. But if you want to, like, I want to be a tournament level Turtles guy, maybe in some matchups where zoning heavy, you want to use Donatello because of his gadgets.
Sure.
Or maybe in an up close match where you're like fighting like a cheetah or something, you want to use Raphael because you have the parry and you have the superior 4-2-1-3.
Yeah, it's 4 characters who are going to kind of change the meta of
Рафаэля с Читой сравнили.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool.
So,
What do we
I
got
have
next?
some loadouts and I have some gear moves.
О,
because
костюмчики сейчас будут,
they have
ребята, хайп,
universal
хайп,
gear
хайп,
moves,
хайп.
And then they each have their own gear moves as well.
Right on.
Cool. Let's do it.
So I've set up some loadouts, and of course, please be excited for my lore-based costumes I've made. I'm super excited about these.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
All right, so we're going to start with Leonardo.
Leonardo, Superman. Fighters approach.
I've made Leonardo into a sewer samurai.
As you should.
А, во, самурай типа. Блин, не
Back
показали.
what you're doing, buddy.
Канализационный самурай, офигенно
So
смотрится,
Leonardo
блин,
has
чуваки.
used some of the stuff he found in
Хайп,
the sewer,
хайп, жесть, жесть.
and he has become
Pizza,
a samurai
power.
because he has the hood and the
Хе-хе,
pants.
угарно
Sewer
вообще
gear.
просто.
Yeah, sewer gear. So with Leonardo, I gave him Raising Shell, which becomes a new special move. Yeah, he's got headphones on. I gave him this radical tubular shell.
Gnarly, bro.
He's got just the shorts instead of the workout
we sound
pants.
so uncool.
Oh, dude.
What?
No, man.
What?
We're Bossa Nova.
Cool.
So, the gear move I gave him is Pizza Party, where he pulls out a pizza, and then you can...
Yeah?
You do.
А, можно, но очень сложно выйти на комбо, да, с этим ударом. Вот он пытается, но что-то
Moving right along.
дистанция,
Yeah,
видимо,
let
не
swing
та.
parts
Yeah.
say you can't.
No, you can't. You do.
Okay.
A
Ты
lot
говорит, можешь выйти на комбо, но что-то у него не получается.
There we
I
go.
told you.
Yeah, nailed it.
A lot of people are super hype about the samurai.
So what could we?
So people... Well, I'm not even done.
Oh.
Now, Donatello, as you know, is a genius. And he has
О,
used
кибер
different
какой-то.
things he found in the sewer to build an ooze suit, which feeds ooze directly into his veins, similar to Venom. When he saw
С
Bane
Веномом
come
костюм,
out-
No
прикиньте.
power whatsoever.
No, it just looks awesome. But you can see the ooze, it's glowing. He has
it's like a
ooze
mutagen.
goggles.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's mutagen.
He was inspired
Ooze.
to do that because he teamed up with Batman and they fought Bane, and he's like, I can do that too. And
And
he
I can
did
do it better.
Yeah. Now I gave him Vault, which replaces his anti-air grab, and he gets this Vault move, and he meteor burns it. Another turtle drops down on top of him.
They're just waiting
Yeah.
in the trees there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're animals.
Yeah.
Remember that thing we practiced?
Just wait in that
Yeah.
tree. I'll bring them over there.
Wait, you guys are mocking this? These guys are ninjas.
Yeah, I know.
Is
No,
it really
yeah,
that
no.
hard
No,
to
you're
believe
right,
that
you're
no
you
right.
guys
one's
are-
mocking anything,
No,
Steve.
Steve.
All right, so Michelangelo.
Can you top what you just did?
Michelangelo, I gave him a relaxed. He's just on the subway. He's going to see a movie.
He's got a
And
hip hop
he's
gear
got,
on.
yeah, he's got headphones on. I gave him this radical tubular shell.
Gnarly, bro.
He's got just the shorts instead of the
we
workout
sound
pants.
so uncool.
To cancel.
Пицца?
Oh, pizza party.
I love how you've just shown them.
Чё
you can
фишка
pull
этого удара?
pizza
Чё-то не
out and
понял.
cancel it. Like, that's the move. You pull pizza out and you throw it
no,
on the
no,
ground.
No, no, it's because I was saving the real good part.
What's the real good part, Steve?
Yum.
If he meters it, he eats it and he gets health back.
Do it
But-
again.
But he can keep doing it, and you can see the pizza is actually being eaten and is removed.
And
from
there's
the
А
oil
он жрет
on the
пиццу, что,
ball.
здоровье
Yeah.
восстанавливает, что ли? Метр тратит и сжирает пиццу. Походу, это здоровье
So
лечится.
to me, if you have this gear move, I don't know how you're even possibly to be
Can you
beat.
do anything else with it?
You can also
Anchovies.
Can I tell a quick story about the pizza?
Капец.
You can.
I'm going to.
All right.
I guess it's my choice, really.
Блин, это вообще угар просто, ребята.
The pizza we have in the
Ну, это
game,
дополнительная
with the
обилка, то есть в
animation
рейтинге
thrown
этого
at
не
the
будет,
camera,
вы понимаете.
That was actually a mocap pizza.
Моука пицца.
So my favorite part is I actually had a slice of that pizza. So I've eaten gaming history, Turtles and Injustice 2.
All
I've
this
had
pizza
that
talk.
pizza.
We should just eat pizza.
It's gonna make too much noise in the mics, I think.
I honestly feel, and
Steve doesn't close his mouth, so.
this game has some amazing art. I honestly feel like the pizza graphics are like the best graphics in the game. Like, it looks phenomenal.
We at NetherRealm have always said, what can we take to the next level? And we decided
Yeah.
Pizza game.
pizza, our pizza
I'm
game.
gonna
Как нам
make a
выйти на новый
statement
уровень?
right
Мы
now,
решили
and I
добавить в
don't
игру
care
пиццу,
if this- I
да?
don't care if this offends any other developer.
Whoa.
No one has better pizza graphics than us.
Ни у кого нет нормальной графической пиццы, как у них.
All right.
У них
we've
самая
now started
графонистая
the
пицца,
great
короче.
pizza war of 2018, where everyone's going to start making pizzas.
So Raphael, I went with a Street Fighter. You know, he's in like cage fights. He has this military vest,
Brawler.
no armor, taped wrists. That was really important to me because armor would slow him down. And the bandana, so it hides his identity. So if he's like in a cage fight,
Who is
no
that?
one will know who he
No one
is.
would know.
Well, he's using size. Is that Leonardo?
So
No, I think it's Raphael.
the gear move I gave him is exclusive to Raphael, and it is the sewer dive.
Это ниндзя Рафаэль, да?
It's an overhead. It's super fast. And if he meter burns it, he gets a crit.
Оу.
Blam. Oh, Steve actually got it in the second time. Ooh.
And you can do a
that's-
close,
Look at that damage.
medium, or far version.
Okay, so it's got different distances.
Exactly.
Terrific. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is that a 2-slot move then?
That is a one slot, but I also gave him an air helicopter.
Oh, look at that.
All the turtles can do that. And again, you can meter burn it. And you can actually choose which direction to throw them with regular and air one.
Nice.
Can you do that without the...
Yeah, yes, that has nothing to do with the gear move. I just
Well,
forgot that.
I learned something.
Fancy.
Ну и захваты
Cool.
разные,
Those are the
смотрите.
No, that was awesome, Steve. You did it. You did
Yeah,
it.
I think overall, I would say, I always like to give you, like, why should you play this character?
Right.
I think they are very simple and straightforward to play. If you're a fan of the Turtles, and you're like, I'm not that good at fighting games, I like playing like Superman or something, they're super easy to play too. You can pick them up very quickly. They have very simple game plans. And the
Let's ask the question. Showed them off. Basically, like, sums it up for us. Like, as soon as we knew, that's exactly how we felt.
Yep.
And you know, in the end, they turned out, I think, really awesome. So again,
Lord Nick Castro.
we get to talk to everybody about this stuff, but there's a lot of people who did a lot of work on this in the studio. Everyone had their hands on this thing, and
the art's amazing, the effects are amazing, the gameplay design is amazing, the end of rounds are amazing.
In between rounds are
the
some of my
in-between
favorite things in the
there's
world.
some Easter eggs we haven't shown yet. We might not see today.
Yeah, I mean, it's the studio on all cylinders. Shout outs to everyone.
So good job, everybody, on that. So I
Everybody
think
go on vacation.
hold up. So let's real quick, not real quick. Let's play some matches. You and me.
All right,
Hold on. We've got the turtle.
Hadn't been used a lot. A lot of stuff in the '70s. Some stuff happened later, but then we have new fans becoming. I think putting the turtles in the game.
I'm completely confused by people don't know who the turtles are.
It happens.
My mom knows who the turtles are.
Like,
It happens.
do they not have TV?
Some people don't.
Типа есть люди, которые не знают черепах
Why
ниндзя,
would
они
they
говорят,
be
удивляются.
playing the game then?
Yeah.
Interesting point, boys.
Amish people don't know about the turtles.
That's true. So the turtles, though, I'm very excited to have them here. When I first heard we were doing them, I was super excited about it. And
That's every once in a while. All right, we hear a lot of cool things, and you kind of get desensitized to it. That's one where you're like, "Oh, we're having Jason in MKX," and you're like, "Oh my god, we're having Turtles in Injustice 2." Like,
Right.
oh my my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think like the announce hype trailer, like where everybody just freaked out when we showed them off, basically like sums it up for us. Like as soon as we knew, that's exactly how we felt.
Yep.
And you know, in the end, they turned out, I think, really awesome. So again,
Lord Nick Castro,
we get to talk to everybody about this stuff. But there's a lot of people who did a lot of work on this in the studio. Everyone had their hands on this thing, and
the art's amazing, the effects are amazing, the gameplay design is amazing, the end of rounds are amazing.
In between rounds are some of my favorite things in the world.
There's some Easter eggs we haven't shown yet. We might not see today.
Yeah, I mean, it's the studio on all cylinders. Shout-outs to everyone.
So good job, everybody, on that. So
Everybody go on vacation.
Hold up. So let's not real quick, let's play some matches, you and me.
All right.
Hold on. We've got the turtle.
Блин, ничего не сказали насчет файтер, ну этого, как его. Наверное, все-таки не будет премьерных скинов, походу, наверное, все-таки не будет, ребят.
Well, I blew his mind. That's nice.
Try it one more time. All
right, Tyler, get it set up.
What's on your mind, bro?
Tell me the future.
The future? Sure. Concentrate and ask me anything.
Is Tyler going to win?
No way.
Oh! I got a no way and a cartoony boing noise. So
Mikey will be my commentary partner.
There you go.
off.
All right. Sorry, Mikey.
No, what are you doing?
Sorry, we were in the wrong thing there.
I'm very excited for this. There has been a lot of buzz throughout the studio about
Buzz.
For months, it's been discussion of who will play what turtle, who's training with who. It's been, honestly,
Ну хорошо, хоть на черепахах поиграть, а то бывает включают, короче, и потом играют на своих персах.
From the intel that I have, Tyler is focusing on Donatello and Leonardo.
We said turtle
So
battle.
I'd like to point this out too. During the tournament mode, you can.
Sometimes it's one of those things where you kind of know you're gonna get hit, but you're like, well, I'm gonna get those two sides anyway, so I'll take the 20% if it means I'm going to get to 5 sides, and then I can do like a big combo or have a invincible wake up attack.
I love the dance.
Through the sewer. Now that sewer thing only happens on levels that would have a sewer possibly in them.
That is true. That is absolute canon. We have a good use of the parry here. The parry is not super damaging. He doesn't get a combo or anything, but it's pretty good to keep the opponent in check, to kind of regulate their mid-range or their wake up. That's actually my favorite, the point. The electric floor. Now, this is exactly what Donatello needs to do. Donatello's not the fastest, but it's like, all right, you're happy playing mid-range, then I'm just going to throw out the electric floor, and the damage will build up. And there you go again. The electric floor. Derek now cannot jump.
Which is like half my gameplay.
Exactly. If there was a debuff that made it so you can't jump and wake up, you would literally just put down your controller and just die.
No!
Alright, yeah, you see a lot of that. Donatello's character power, the recharge time's pretty quick. No more use of he used this character power, so to see how that works out. One thing that's intriguing is Derek playing kind of an
Левша донат. Спасибо, Левша. Я не видел, у меня в общем чате не отображалось. Спасибо за поддержку.
Back 2-3 is definitely one of the best of the Turtles kind of neutral moves.
Все-таки выбираешь как Триборгов. Да, получилось что-то типа того.
His big damage comes from his character power, but you have to get hype. So you see right there, like if Tyler had thrown out a move, Derek would have get hit, but Derek was fine with committing to getting hype. And sometimes it's one of those things where you kind of know you're gonna get hit, but you're like, well, I'm gonna get those two sides anyway, so I'll take the 20% if it means I'm going to get to 5 sides, and then I can do like a big combo or have a invincible wake up attack.
Ой, смотрите, там вылезла черепашка на помощь. Прикольно. Вот эти все анимации, конечно, их надо будет все просмотреть потом.
We have a good use of the parry here. The parry is not super damaging. He doesn't get a combo or anything, but it's pretty good to keep the opponent in check, to kind of regulate their mid-range or their wake up. That's actually my favorite, the point.
То есть всегда в победной стойке после раунда кто-то выпрыгивает. Дружище какой-то.
Oh, that's why!
And there you go again. You like before. Derek now cannot jump.
Which is like half my gameplay.
Exactly. If there was a debuff that made it so you can't jump and wake up, you would literally just put down your controller and just die.
No!
Alright, yeah, you see a lot of that. Donatello's core to power, the recharge time's pretty quick, controller and just die. No more use of he used this character power, so. Alright, here we go with Raphael pressure.
Oh! Alright.
Как-то я не понял, это электричество вроде бьет по ногам, но оно не станет нифига. То есть оно просто урон наносит.
Sure was. He kept me grounded. I don't like that.
Each turtle actually says something different in their win pose. It's great. My only problem here is we need to get rid of those mushrooms. I hate mushrooms.
You don't like vegetables.
Я вот ненавижу грибы. Я тоже не люблю грибы.
No anger about it. Oh, I went to the intro, my bad.
Oh my god, that's how intense. Ladies and gentlemen, we have intensity here.
Oh!
Using electric floor. Goes for the 4-3. Oh, back 2-3 and a back 2-3. Very smart.
I knew that was coming.
Now the parry's going to knock him into the corner. Oh, he had the right idea. He made the right read and got blown up for it. The shell drop is actually punishable, but it's pretty tricky to knock back so far. There's going to have to be like character-specific punishes that you have to kind of practice to get used to. Good meter burn back 3. Let's see the end of it. Knocks him full screen. Goes for the electric floor. So far, Tyler hasn't used the vacuum. He's an electric floor guy. I think that's smart because, you know, you want to regulate jumping with Derek, where you don't want to get close to Derek because that's where he goes crazy. So it makes a lot of sense. I think that's going to depend on the opponent you're fighting.
Блин, хорошо, что не так уж долго ждать осталось. Ну как недолго? Почти неделю. Что сегодня среда, да, до вторника.
Each turtle in that end round has a different thing they do. Wow, high risk, but in a Magic Pixel territory, why not take high risk? You can afford to.
I can afford to.
High risk это вот этот вот, получается, Cannonball вот этот вот, шар вот этот в воздухе, рисковая атака, да?
Oh man, that almost broke armor. That
Блин, офигенно.
Oh, a back 3 versus a back 3. And Derek's out of meter here. He gets a bar doing that and immediately wastes it. I respect that.
Это Рафаэль сейчас вызвал.
I wonder if he knew he was going to get that bar, if he was smashing meter burn anyway. And Tyler's scouting that jump. He's doing that down back 2 a lot, but Derek is not jumping as
Прикольно,
if he has that
двойной
forearm,
этот
even though it's not there.
захват.
Alright, back 1-2. Unfortunately, Raphael threw him away. Whoa, goes for the filled canisters. Getting hype. That's smart from Derek. It means he's going to have a good wake up if he gets knocked down. Both have clash, but neither have meter to really gain a lot.
No,
and he goes for it. And Tyler's up 2-0. It's two close games, but it's hard.
Вы видели, как он вырубился? У него ноги, панцирь один остался, жесть. Вообще угар. А пиццу в экран все кидают, пофигу, короче. Блин, ну как-то так обращаться с пиццей черепашки не могут. Это черепашки из другой мультивселенной.
Kind of like the man he's playing.
Right. I mean, when you think of patient, very lane style mid-range footsies, you know, DJT, Dragon, Theo, Lanny, absolutely. Back 2 mix-ups. And Donatello, you gotta slow the pace. If the pace is fast, Donatello is probably lost. Leonardo offering his motivational. He is a true leader. Oh, just back walking.
Oh.
And we got it's basically dead
even here.
Even
dead
Paco
even.
Stevens.
Character select, huh?
This is very interesting. Now, they have an agreement to just be turtles, right? So we can't see like Ivy.
Right.
So are we going to see Michelangelo? Could there be a surprise, maybe Leonardo pick?
Не, вряд ли концовки, ребят, будут другие. То есть, по сути, я так понял, что...
Wow, he's calling the bluff.
You're trying to build hype. The only person who can do that is Raphael.
Как премьерный скин, по сути, одевается, то есть... Ну, хрен его знает, короче.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my.
Вау,
Oh my,
вау,
what
вау.
has happened here?
Вау, классно.
The one thing I never expected.
Классно, у каждого свои анимации, жесты.
I didn't.
You also
Огромная работа проделана.
just popped off about how he wouldn't be changed.
You gotta play my new game, Donnie. I'm not wasting my time with Ninja Mime. Grab a controller and learn something.
А, ты должен поиграть в мою новую игру, Донни.
Now,
Хватай контроллер и играй, да, типа.
Great character choice he did. Michelangelo is definitely for nuts who are like, yeah, I'm gonna do this full combo, low attack. I don't care. Punish me, I'll do it again.
Oh.
But so far, he hasn't been able to get into actually starting. If Tyler can keep Michelangelo out, not even let him play his game, should be a pretty decisive win. But here we go.
Блин, мне нравится за Микеланджело геймплей. Брейкданс вот этот вот.
Oh man.
There it is.
Oh. Even my Michelangelo combos are better than this. He's going for that hot nunchuck fury. The hot nunchuck fury, you can use it in block strings, but it actually has a huge gap because the move is very, very slow.
I need to play my game.
Yeah.
I'm playing his game right now.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be Michelangelo's strength. If he can kind of take you out of his comfort zone and just start going nuts with back two mix-ups. And Donatello, you got to slow the pace. If the pace is fast, Donatello is probably lost. Leonardo offering his motivational. He is a true leader. Oh, just backwalking.
Oh.
And we got it's basically.
Блин, есть немножко от Кена, короче, вообще просто супер.
The back 2-2-3 pressure. Let's see. Oh, no block. Goes low again. No punish though. Oh wow. And Derek's taking charge here. Tyler's in a decent amount of trouble. So I like it. Tyler's walking back, getting a feel for what Derek's doing. Plays it safe. Nice. Plays it safe. Uses the plus string and just walks back. It's like, all right, I'm just going to keep you away. No punish, though. Oh. Wear him down.
Обычный день тренировки черепах, да,
There
точно.
you go. There's a throw punish. It's anyone's game right now. Oh, big jump in. No. Oh, wow. Big cross up. That's trademark Manny tech. That's your tech.
I did do that. I did teach you that tech, and you started using it against me.
Donatello used his computer to analyze the best possible strategies in fighting games, and 50-50 mix-ups are what came up. Meter burn back 3. Big Danny. And now, oh wow, he just risks it.
I'm dead.
Oh,
nice game.
All right.
2-1.
2-1. Now,
this is the second time I played Michelangelo.
Pizza trophy?
That's more than you play more than that.
Ну не выбрасывай ее. Не выбрасывай ее. Блин, какая вкусная пицца.
What are you thinking right now?
Сука, я хочу эту пиццу.
I played his game too much at the beginning.
Okay.
If I don't do that again, it's
Where that character power, that damage really matters. It matters at the beginning of the match, at the beginning of the end of the match. Now we're in the position where he can only eat a couple of those and he's going to die. So he's going to have to either start jumping it or he's going to slowly shift away. And there you go. There's one hit of it.
It's wrap.
And Derek, what's your thoughts going into this game?
Press random buttons. Hope that a combo happens.
So in other words, what's your thoughts? None.
Yeah, 0.
I think that's how Michelangelo would play a fight.
Just
I think Michelangelo would boot this game up. I think he'd pick Robin and he'd just be like, far out! And just be hitting buttons, right?
Just do.
Let's skip this. I'm starving. If we're lucky, we'll both learn something. Do not get between me and pizza.
All right, the opening seconds of the match, we need to look out how fast is the pace. This pace right here favors Donatello. If he can keep this pace up, he's in control. But Derek realizes that, and he's just using his character power to use that projectile. He's flipping down, getting some damage.
Блин, красиво, красиво.
And now, Tyler has gone to blocking it. Tyler's like, all right, I see you. Wow, good jump over. No punish, though. Blocks the overhead. Blocks the hot Ninja Fury. Oh, my God. It's pure chaos right now. That elk is just chilling. The down three, they don't have a universal low combo starter, so I think their down three is one of the best tools. Good range. All right, back one. We haven't seen a lot of it this game, so that's good to see. There you go. Derek tried to punish it, and he actually meter burned it to stay safe. Good blocking, good patience from both players. Back three.
No.
All right.
Already done.
Set point for Tyler.
Да-да, пицца реально сам на микрофоне стоит. Низуку, ну как? Ну мне нравится, круто, чё. Блин, вообще офигенно, ребят. Лучшие DLC. Оператору дает покушать, да? Сабзира отрывает голову оператору, а черепашки дают ему покушать пиццы. Электричество, походу, не дает прыгать. Может быть, кстати, да. Там, наверное, еще зависит с метром без метра. Он его использует. Они самые вкусные оставили последним в виде DLC черепашек. Ну вот, если это все-таки последнее DLC и больше ничего не будет, то как-то грустно сразу становится.
That is so dirty to pull that out at the last minute. And he goes for the 4-3. We have an adaptation here. Will we see a counter adaptation?
No.
Back, getting a feel for what Derek's doing. Plays it safe. Nice. Plays it safe. Uses the plus string and just walks back. It's like, all right, I'm just going to keep you away. No punish, though. Oh.
Обычный день тренировки черепах, да, точно.
There you go. There's a throw punish. It's anyone's game right now. Oh, big jump in. No. Oh wow, big cross up. That's trademark Manny tech. That's your tech.
I did do that. I did teach you that tech, and you started using it against me.
Donatello used his computer to analyze the best possible strategies in fighting games, and 50-50 mix-ups are what came up. Meter burn back 3. Big Danny.
Им надо было за пиццу драться, кто выиграет, всю пиццу съедает в одно лицо.
It was tough to go. I played lame, you know.
No, I played Mike Lamb.
Derek, you're gonna hit the road.
Yep, I got stuff to do.
I'll catch you in a little bit. So we're gonna put up take about a 45-minute long break.
45 minutes?
Whoa, that's not right.
Wow.
We'll be back in mid-March to show you the patch notes. No, we're going to be back in about a minute and a half, and we'll do some patch note talk with you and Paulo.
Yes.
Bring it on.
One hint for the break while you wait. Gorilla Grodd.
What?
That's So we're gonna put up take about a 45-minute long break.
45 minutes?
Whoa, that's not right.
Wow.
We'll be back. He's giving a hint. That is a character in the game. You're right.
We're going to be talking about him. Grodd.
He's getting buffed. Let's go on break.
One hint for the break while you wait. Gorilla Grodd.
Что это было?
That's a hint. He's giving a hint. That is a character in the game. You're right.
What? We're going to be talking about him. Grodd.
He's getting buffed. Let's go on break.
Баф сделают Гроду. И чё? Это все? Я что-то не понял. Они попрощались или нет? Что за фигня? Короче, еще что-то, я так понял, что в середине чего? В середине марта будет у них стрим. И они что-то там про патч расскажут. Значит, что-то еще стоит ожидать от игры или что? Я нифига не понял, что они в конце имели в виду, ребят. Как там ваше мнение, пишите в комментах. Горилку бафнут. А вроде горилка-то и так сильная, ну, как бы, если за нее уметь играть. А, баф, подождите, баф это же наоборот. Ее слабее сделают, бафнут гориллу. Баф это что, я забыл. Апнут это когда... Что-то я запутался, у меня уже мозги сегодня. Стримим сегодня уже сколько мы... Почти 5 часов сидим. Чего, 2 минуты будет патч? Ну, вот, ничего я не понял, будет сейчас что или не будет? Что за фигня? Нет, еще патч. Окей.
Yeah, it was a little.
Got the stuff done that we thought we needed to. Thought it was going to take a little longer.
Diamond boxes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you can't lose if you're a new player.
Значит,
you
не
learn
все,
some
ребят.
stuff. If you're a good player, you can breeze through them and get some diamond boxes.
Cool.
Yeah,
We
you
hope we were able to
cannot
go
go
through it really
wrong.
well with you. That was awesome. Had a great time with Derek. Some good fights. And now.
Oh, by the way, one thing. Their character, they have.
Не, баф это по идее поднимать персонажа, нерфить это когда его ослабляют, да? Увеличение, да, точно, баф, это значит усилит его. Потому что я не видел, чтобы особо там загорел, много кто нагибал.
Yeah, so you can't lose. If you're a new player, you're going to learn some stuff. If you're a good player, you can breeze through them and get some diamond boxes.
Cool.
You cannot go wrong.
Cannot lose by doing that. With us today, we have Mr. Paulo Garcia. Say hello.
Hello.
Paulo is one of the lead designers here at NetherRealm, and we're going to talk about an upcoming, today likely.
Yeah, it should be later tonight.
Сейчас про патч сегодняшний расскажу, значит, еще.
Should be later tonight. I will hopefully be able to post the patch notes here in a little while.
What are the patch notes?
And a little tidbit, the more times you ask Tyler about the patch notes, that'll increase the delay a little bit.
It's about 5 or 6 minutes per tweet.
Yeah.
So there's
certain people, like a certain doctor from Ohio, asked about 5 minutes, so he's already at the 2-hour delay.
Right. There's a good chance we'll post these in mid-November of 2021.
Right. I understand it. When I was a player, I get it. But at the same time, do you guys think we're like that? We know. Like, it's not like we're not going to post them, but then you asked on Twitter, we're like, we probably should post them. Like, we know.
That's actually
I get it, though. I do get it.
I get it.
Well, it's also like, we have to start looking now at the turtle balance, because according to the chat, every single turtle is
just
most overpowered thing.
Just busted.
So.
At least when they're in the grand finals of our tournament, it will be a really interesting mirror, because there's 4 different ones.
Right. Cool. So let's talk. How do you want to start this, Paulo? I'll leave it up to you.
I think general, just overall, like things have actually like shaken out pretty well. Like we generally feel like every character has a chance, and like our goal is just general to take the essentially like the top tier and bring them a little bit in, and take the low tier or like less used characters. Our characters just their tools just aren't as effective as other characters. Bring those up a little bit, sort of make the box of the characters in the middle have as many characters in it as possible.
And that said, the balance patches have been getting kind of shorter, and that continues this trend. This one,
да, 2 недели пиццу жрали, это заметно, да.
Because we think they're in a good place.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of radical changes.
Right.
It's more of just.
Ребят, в любом случае, пока вы со стрима не ушли, готовьтесь, во вторник вечером будут уже черепашки, значит, и будет большой стрим по черепашкам ниндзя, уже сами будем играть в них. Так что запишите себе в календарь во вторник вечером. Почти через неделю, чуть меньше недели. Главное, чтобы Хеллбой руку не повесили. Ага, точно.
Will help these characters in the middle. It's very hard.
That's actually the biggest factor.
It's very easy to take a character and say, all right, so let's talk about this.
And before we begin, if we don't mention it, it'll be in the patch notes. Like the Harley thing, the back 2 change, you'll see that the patch notes, everything's in the patch notes. So if we do not mention a character or we don't mention every change, wait a little bit till the patch notes come out. Then.
Да, кстати, ребята, у него на футболочке Саб-Зиро какой-то нарисован. Только не надо это самое, нерфить Саб-Зиро, пожалуйста.
And before we begin, if we don't mention it,
Низука, ты будешь ждать 40 минут? Да, посмотрим, а что уж, раз уж стримим, так стримим. Для вас, ребята, по полной.
If we do not mention a character or we don't mention every change, wait a little bit till the patch notes come out. Then proceed to panic.
And we won't be mentioning every bit of minutia. Burke, anything you want to say before we get started?
I'm just ready for some patch notes.
Во сколько именно вечер? Ну, часиков 7 по Москве.
All right, so let's start with Hellboy. The only change to Hellboy is the 2 things. One is the meter build on some of his special moves has been toned down. So if he does his leap or he shoots his gun, he will build slightly less meter. And then Design actually redid his stats, which you can talk about.
His base stats are more in line with Darkseid, so he will do a little bit less damage, and he'll take a little bit more damage.
Короче, типа, когда он будет стрелять с пистолета, он будет метр терять потихоньку. Да?
Right, and this does not mean that his combo damage is going to be Hellboy now does 15% combos. Like, that's a huge bummer. This is more of a...
Yeah, we're like, our combos are generally, like, our number of notations are, like, some combos do, like, 438. Now it's going to do, like, 10 less. And it varies depending on what enters you use, what special moves you use. And that'll sort of let people, like, figure out what's their optimal combos and what do they want to end them with.
Cool.
So with Sub-Zero, we actually gave him a couple of buffs. One of them is his jump to
Buff Sub-Zero?
hitbox.
Can we take a look at him, actually? Because we were in your office earlier taking a look at him, and there's some stuff that I think just looked...
Alright, so it's a...
We sure are. Well, it's all set up. Sorry, my bad. Oh, you do it. You do it.
Короче, как удар в прыжке, там будет лучше задевать у Сабзира, что ли? И это хорошая новость.
His jump 2 is a little bit better.
And also the way he repels against the characters has been adjusted a little bit, so it should make it easier to land it on cross-ups, where before it was almost, you had a very specific scenarios to hit on cross-up. You should now be able to cross-up jump 2 a lot easier, so that'll let him in situations where you can freeze an opponent and decide not to combo and go for a cross-up, stuff like that.
This string is now safe on block, and then in my opinion, one of the bigger ones is his Ice Blast has slightly faster start.
Yeah, and because the regular one has slightly faster startup, the Meteor one will then have faster startup also. So let's do some cancels in the regular ice ball strings that didn't come out before.
Заморозку ускорили, что ли, у него получается?
So it'll let you commit to like strings a little bit better, and also lets you hide behind your clone and just chuck ice balls, where that being a little bit faster, it'll let them go up against other characters that are shooting projectiles back. They hate the ice clone. He has now a better chance to be able to at least projectile back.
So while we're here, we'll talk about Vic Stone, Lord Cyborg.
Такой баллон прокатился под ногами.
Why is that his name?
The Lord part.
He is.
Okay. All right.
Can you hack the world? Because he can.
I cannot.
Anyway, his character power, the air drone, now actually has...
Quick wake-up attack, and you'll have to sort of...
much faster. It's harder to hit him out.
Чего? Пылесос еще быстрее стал?
Pops you up.
Он еще подбрасывает на комбо. Да вы издеваетесь, он и так сильный был.
Much easier to combo, and the combos are bigger.
Это жесть. Киборги будут жесткие теперь.
Because the recovery gun is a little bit faster, it lets you end some combos a little bit earlier, so you could have ended a combo in like 1-1-3, canceling their character power, and now they won't be able to punish you right away with a quick wake-up attack, and they'll have to sort of figure out a way to get around that and become projectile. And that gives Cyborg a way to get in, or get back to his like zoning style if you want to play that way. So
женщину надо нерфить нафиг.
The ability to use his character power in more situations than you could have before.
Давайте, ребят, кто это самое, спать, идите спать, спокойной ночи. Мы уже досидим как бы до конца стрима. Я понимаю, что это уже не всем интересный патч, всем были интересны черепашки, но мы досидим, досмотрим.
One is she did a lot of meterless damage, like some of the best in the game, and she had multiple strings that would do meterless damage. So we've adjusted those. For some of them, we increased the scaling. So she still does the exact same combo she always does, but a little less. For this one, 3-3 back 2, we actually changed the reaction. She doesn't get a pop-up at all. So it's still an overhead. It's still a great staggering move, but... Yeah,
so, and the last hit of that is safe on block. So if you're going to go for the high version of it, that one will be safe. But if you go for the overhead, it's not. But you can cancel the high one. So it gives that stagger string a little bit more of a sort of branching purpose as opposed to just a one-way. You just always went for the stagger and went for the combo. Where you'll sort of like mix in other strings.
And the high one is now a true high, and when you're blocking, you're not jailed, so you can actually punish it, which, as Paulo said, brings up the branch of doing the back two.
Yeah, doing the overhead, and you can still always just cancel into a cat dash and then meter burn a cat dash. So the combo opportunities are there if you can hit confirm and
report just in.
She's ruinated?
Welp, she's dead.
She's dead?
You killed her.
Off of one button.
Саб-Зиро порадовал, про пылесос нет.
Cats have 9 lives, so now she has 8. But we're going to kill a couple more.
Let's do it.
All right, so we've also slightly adjusted her back 3 in 2 different ways. It is slightly slower, and it has slightly less range.
Yeah, it's a few frames slower on startup, so now it's more in line with the other back 3.
Так, ее баунс-атаку замедлили чуть-чуть.
So now hers is more in line with the rest of the cast. That'll help in situations where she was able to just sort of just throw it out there and win. Now there's a better chance of doing a double hit string that's going to hit her out of it. And it did advance a little bit further. Just in general, so it does go a little bit less now.
Right. Before, when she would go down like this, she would actually, as soon as you let it go, she would advance just a little bit, and we've cut that, so the range is slightly less. Still, I mean, it's awesome range. Like, this is a great move. You cannot go wrong doing this, but you're going to have to think about using it slightly more. And one more change, Her 142 is awesome. It's a multi-hitting, super fast overhead that splats them for 600 years, and it was plus on block. It's now slightly negative on block.
Negative block. It's still safe, but it's not something where you do that and then your opponent literally has to just wait for you to either do your down one or your character power or just throw them. So there's a little bit more of a, this is still a very good string, but it's not the predominant string you always want to be using.
Right. She's also now going to recover much closer to you. Before, she was in a position where she's like, I'm in my down one range, hold that. Now she's going to be -3 and right next to you. So she's going to hold, like, in this match, she would be holding his back 3. Or back 1, I mean.
Which is pretty good.
His back 1 is a good move.
Rumor has it.
Yeah. So, while we're here, we can talk about Hal Jordan.
So six lives.
Yeah, she's to 6 lives, which still
fine.
makes her
still pretty
a great character. Yeah. With Green Lantern, we wanted to look at his damage. It was very, very low, and I think that made sense when the game came out for how versatile he is. But we decided to tone it up just a little bit by adjusting some of the scaling.
Yeah, it's mainly just combo damage scaling has been adjusted on several of the moves. The properties of them haven't changed, but it's just generally you'll hit harder than you did before. And then because of that, it leads into his like very good mix-up game, and it's just like slightly good anti-zoning game, being a little bit more effective.
Unfortunately, Cass had it online, so now she has 8 different moves. But we're going to kill a couple more.
It's his main combo.
All right, so
we're going to adjust it on several of the moves.
The other change is to his Lantern Bomb. Previously, the meter burn one was safe but negative, and the regular one was punishable. That is not the case. Now the regular one is safe, and the meter burn one is actually plus on block.
Yeah, there's still a pretty good gap at the beginning of it. So there are strings where if you're going into it, people are going to be able to see you're doing it and then meter burn back 3 or backdash out of there. But they sort of have to read that it's coming or be able to identify that it's coming.
Right. So previously with this pressure, it's if you thought it was coming, you could blow them up. If you didn't and you blocked it on accident, you could blow them up. Now it's you got to know it's coming and you got to make the guess that he's going to do it, and then you can blow them up.
Cool. People seem really happy about that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a really cool change for his pressure.
Awesome. Because he doesn't have 9 lives.
No, he does not. He does have a willpower ring, the will to be top tier, and that's now powered him up. All right, so let's talk about Lord Grodd, Lord of Apes. That's actually canon. That's in the game. This is Lord of Apes, so you can't criticize him for that.
I can literally criticize you for whatever I want.
That's just lore.
Всех персонажей рамили, понерфили.
So with Gorilla Grodd, we essentially we wanted to make his cancels a little bit easier to do. So
хотят его отмены сделать полегче, чтобы можно было выполнять.
You can still do them the old way as the middle of doing a stampede, you can hit back, forward to cancel out of it. But now you can also hit the flip stance button or 2 and 3 together to cancel out of the stampedes. So that'll let you, if you're playing on an arcade stick or if you can hit your triggers really fast. It gives you a different way to cancel. That's not as execution heavy, but the frames are still the same, so it's not as like overbearing as doing it. But now we should be able to do that, and it'll open up his combos a little bit more. Where he had very hard cancel combos that should
look
be
at that. So easy a monkey can do it. We've also adjusted some of the normals. So his 2-2-3 previously had a gap in all 3 hits. Now the gap's only in the 3rd hit. So 2-2 does no gap, and 2-2-3 by itself is now actually safe on block. We also adjusted his mind control to be slightly faster, which means now this actually combos.
Ну, анимацию ускорили, да, вот этого телекинеза. А то он, да, не очень было. Его вообще надо бесконечно лучше сделать. Им и так практически не пользуешься.
Oh, and there is a change to his back 2. That's now neutral instead of plus, and that's because now the cancels are easier to do.
Yeah, essentially he had very good pressure strings off that back 2, where you can still it's still essentially the same feeling string, but because most humans couldn't actually do it that fast. But now because it's easier to do, you can actually cancel it on the very first frame. So because of that, the block cancel advantage in that string has been adjusted.
In summary, huge buff for humans, huge nerf for very hard AI Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah.
Будет ли на канале отдельное видео, где разрабы рассказывают про черепах и баф? Ну, я думаю, вот эта запись этого стрима просто останется на лайв-канале, можно будет посмотреть.
So Ivy actually got in addition to the new move we added in the last balance patch.
Не знаю, буду ли я отдельно в отдельное видео это вырезать, но вряд ли, наверное. Ну, посмотрим. Сначала нужно, чтобы этот стрим сохранился.
Dashing kick. This move is plus on block. but it has a gap. So if the opponent knows you're going to do it, they can interrupt it, and if not...
Что это за удар такой? Я даже его не помню. Это добавили они, что ли?
Yeah, so it gives her a little bit better of a way to wake up now, and she can also just throw that move out to try to pressure back at the opponent.
She also got a couple of quality of life changes. You're down one.
Это получается удар, который просто крестик с метром, она еще ногой херачит. Я что-то не помню, что такое было. Это добавили, что ли? Может, решили сделать более динамичный ядовитый плющ.
The meter burn vine move has been adjusted to not have as big of a gap until like the last hit. Like some of the middle parts have been cleaned up.
Yeah, it was slightly variable where the gap would be pretty varied on different characters. Now it's been adjusted a little bit, so it should be more even across the board. You can still do it back to back, but if you do it back to back, the opponent can then backdash out of the next one and stuff like that.
And I'm very excited for this. We have adjusted the ground vines. They now do significantly more damage, and they actually turn on bad jumping. Which means if you have it on and you're in the vines, if you try to jump out, Starfire will take like a pretty decent amount of damage.
Yeah, so it'll give you some options too. If you got an opponent cornered, you can end the combo early in a juggle state, get that on the ground.
Короче, с метром, когда делаешь травку, нельзя прыгать, да, и дамаг идет.
That's the final damage that it used to do. So it's not tremendous damage. You're not going to take someone's entire life bar, but it's real damage now. They actually will have to be like, I got to get out of this. Whereas before, it's like, cool, this is comfy.
Yeah, and on top of that, she'll be doing, because she has multiple hit block strings, so she'll be doing those into like the vine swing move and other things, and because you're forced to block those, you're going to be taking that full damage a lot of the time.
Exactly, because you can't just jump out. So with Starfire, her zoning is awesome. It's some of the best in the game, in my opinion. But her mid-range game was not the greatest, so we wanted to bring that up just a little bit. So if she cannot zone in a matchup, she has a better mid-range. So to that end, we've actually buffed her walk speed, in particular her forward walk. Both, but her forward walk speed, you can see. It feels, if you play her every day, you're going to feel it immediately.
Yeah.
We've also adjusted, we've looked at her
Скорость ее перемещения увеличили.
Oh, like it's not good enough, it's not good enough. Well, it's not mid, it's still a high, but the second hit does a little bit more damage, and she can actually do the grab part on block or whiff. So, what that means is, if the opponent is just stand by...
Еще бы локации добавили. Да, локацию, какую-нибудь канализацию черепашечью, да?
Now, this is a high-risk option. This is not meant to be like Superman's 4-2-3. Like, if they read the grab and they duck it, she's going to recover for like 10,000.
Или типа технодром, да?
She can fly back to Tamarhan in the time it takes for that.
Yeah, and it's a high grab. It's not a mid grab.
Right.
So you have to duck it, but then if they duck it, you can do the
exactly, which now does a little bit more damage. So it's going to open up her 4-2 game a little bit without being like this godlike footsie tool. The other thing is that she can now down one background bounce, which she could not do after about 3 weeks after she came out of server. Either way, that was changed. She still cannot do down one into this, but she can do background bounce if she's near a background bounce thing. This change also applies, we'll talk about it later, to Darkseid and Raiden.
Lord Raiden.
Yep, that's, again, and,
you know what?
And Darkseid.
Sure.
We got some lords here.
Sure.
So, yeah, those characters, all three characters now can do a down one background bounce.
Cool.
Alright, and next will be Supergirl. I think everyone's excited about
Supergirl. Наверное, ее нерфить будут, я думаю.
Yeah. Maybe with the buffs we're about to get her, she can actually finally win a tournament.
Heard that.
I'm just kidding. She won SCR. Everyone calm down. Alright, so with Supergirl, we wanted to adjust her down one. And to do that, we have made it slightly slower. She now has a 9-frame down one. Ruin it, oh my god.
Замедлили ее тычку нижнюю. Потому что она постоянно на комбо выводит. Заморозку, да. Теперь сложно. Она всегда все перебивала, короче, когда против нее играешь.
9 frames is not the end of the world, but in the mid-range, it's going to be a little bit less weaker. It's still obviously huge range. It's going to go under stuff. It's going to be great, but it'll be a little bit slower.
Yeah, it's still a very good tool, the low-profile things that are incoming. When you can see them coming, it's just not as fast as it used to be. So now there's a little bit more of a risk.
Вообще, на самом деле, ее нога вот эта нижняя выбешивает, когда играешь. Люди постоянно ее тыкают и сразу заморозку делают. Это прям вообще, она очень быстрая.
Yeah. Another change to her is we looked at her walking laser character power. And previously, this was like what I call a why not move. Where if you have full character power, there's no reason not to do It does a lot of damage on hit. It does good shift damage. So one thing we did is it now actually takes a bar of super meter to use.
Теперь она метр отнимает за эту фишку, ребят. Помните, я говорил, что она метр отнимала? Я будущее видел. Она теперь эта фишка усиленный лазер отнимает метр реально. Чуваки. Я предвидел это.
If you're using this every single time.
So less meter for meter burn moves.
Yes. Well, previously it wasn't a meter burn move. There was also a change to her 112, which you can explain.
Теперь хоть не будут так часто в каждом раунде начинать с этого, блин, хождения, с метра нет.
So the frames in it are about the same. It's slightly, I believe it was like +3, now it's +2, so it's slightly more negative. But it's more about just the feeling of it isn't as strange where she's just like inside of your character, and now you got to guess whether or not she's going to do down one or meter one back.
Yeah, you can see here she's always right there. She's not like sliding into them. And her straight laser is no longer plus on block. The other lasers are not affected. It's just the straight laser.
It's just a straight laser.
Right. So let's go to Aquaman, who's rising from the depths. He's back. He was drowning. And now he's back. Was that too much?
Решили опять апнуть, короче, Аквамена.
In the previous version of the game, it would knock you away, where now the regular scoop will knock you over, so you can use that to switch sides of combos. And then the meter burn one does a different reaction now. That makes it a little bit easier to combo afterwards, and it does open up his combos into varying things you can do for different enders. It should give you a little bit more of like ways to just do whatever combos you want to do, as opposed to just there just being one combo that's the most effective combo someone you can do.
What if you can't do any combo?
Your back threes have been pretty bad today.
Just do stand 3 into down back 2. That's it.
Also, the big thing here too is he doesn't have to do the down 2 anymore, and down 2's add a ton of damage to him. So this is going to up his damage potential a little bit. He still is not going to got a combo off this. He's not going to be this. He hits this, and it's 30%. But this will help his combos if he makes a right read on a jump in, or if he doesn't punish.
Yeah, and it's something that's still very unsafe on block. So it's something where you have to be very good at hit confirming or.
Я не понял, вот эта штука подцепления вилами с метром раньше не было такого приема, что ли, что он на комбо выводит? Я что-то просто за Аквамена толком не играл. И я уже не помню. Я знаю, что этот прием был, подбрасывание вверх, вот это за ноги сцепление. Выводил ли он на комбо? Геймплей черепах, да, показали, Александр, ты можешь стрим перемотать на часик назад. Там будет полный геймплей черепах.
So if you just threw it out there, it was a move that recovered very, very fast. Well, now, because of those extra frames there, you might have a more advantage to sort of sneak in and get in a hit on him when he's trying just to activate character power on wake up, which I've seen a lot of people do when people are in front of him. You just throw it out there, and he's essentially safe on block. Where now, because of those extra frames, you might get a punish there. And now, there's also a lot of his strings. He would end up at very advantageous pressure when he cancels into it. Now, when you're canceling into those, you're going to have less frames on the block.
Right. For example, forward 1/2 character power is +6 in the version you guys are playing now. Will now be +3. So all those have been bumped out. They're still going to be good. He's still going to get pressure, but it's not as overwhelming. And to be clear, on hit.
Он раньше удар хуже выводил на комбо, да, сложнее было. Упростили. Да, я помню. Этот удар, а вот то, что он на комбо выводил, я просто не помню это.
He said Shazam and lost 5% of his power. So everyone relax. You look tense right there, like you were just nervous.
People seem really relaxed.
Okay. All right. So then we're going to talk about Bane. With Bane, the Mercenary's elbow is now less punishable.
Yeah, it's not something where the move is now safe. It's just it has a little bit better recovery, so you can sort of, if you throw it out and the opponent's doing a delayed wake up, you get up a little bit quicker from it, so there's less of a chance your opponent just getting up and then smacking you with the hard hitting your combo or back 3. It recovers a little bit faster, and also recovers a little bit faster on block. And because he rolls away, it makes it where you sort of have to know your punishes. You're not just going to be able to throw whatever and punish it.
Right, like you're not going to be able to sit there, see that it's blocked, get a soda, and then do a back 3. You're going to have character-specific punishes.
He lays there for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of his strings, like his forward 1, will now always knock you down on both grounded and airborne opponents, where previously it only knocked on air opponents. And because that button is it's actually +7 on block, you can sort of throw it out there.
Блин, сложно что-то понять, когда они не показывают то, что они, о чем они рассказывают.
And finally, we'll talk. Is that churning butter?
That's the Bane mixer.
He's mixing.
I don't think Bane would churn butter.
He's actually a world-renowned baker.
Oh, all right. Well,
Lore minute.
would you like to try my pie?
Когда выйдут черепашки на ПК, нет, они не говорили. Пока только известно, у кого куплен Fighter Pack, во вторник они будут.
Thank you.
Oh, let's go Raiden.
All right, so Raiden, the biggest change in my opinion, what I'm excited about is his shocker is now safe on block, which is huge. You can now end up
Его шокер теперь безопасен на блоке. Шокер это вниз вперед треугольник.
So Raiden is already a high damaging character. That's
Да,
definitely.
блин, этим шокером и так многие, ну,
Now,
как
if he wants to do a
спамят,
damaging combo, he doesn't commit to
можно
something.
сказать.
There's also been a couple
Тычок ногой, шокер делают так же, как у Супергерл, тычок ногой с
Yeah, so some
заморозкой.
of the strings like his 2-1
Точнее,
down
тычок рукой при сиде.
will push your opponent away a little bit less on hit, so it'll let you confirm into multiple things you couldn't before. Like
Про флешика, а про флеш нам уже не скажут, мне кажется, они пропустили его. Они же не всех персонажей балансили.
Big boy damage.
Godlike damage.
Yeah, I like big boy.
And then because of those rating improvements, you might see more Kid Thunders out there on the internet.
That's true.
Oh, Kid Thunder, huh? What? How we doing on? Is that?
That's it.
Oh, and this just in, Turtles just got those. Lots of
buffs.
We'll have to go over those another time. I mean, we took everything the chat said and just put them into nerfs.
All right, yeah,
So-
that's it. You can see not a lot of huge changes here. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I'm very happy with the state of the game.
Yeah, I think it's really great. I think, again, touch the characters who really may need a little help or just need to be toned down a little bit, and it seemed to have worked really well. This will be live for you all tonight, Xbox One, PS4. That's off the record, so keep that
I don't
in
know
mind.
why you keep saying that when it couldn't be more on the record. We're literally live.
It's literally recorded and
Yeah.
there's witnesses.
No, the rule is once you say off the record, it's off the record.
Thousands
Oh.
of witnesses.
Thousands. So thank you all. Are we good there?
Yeah, there's also been a lot of fixes and stuff, like being able to select premier skins in tournament mode. I think will be a big plus. A lot of people where people wanted to use reverse flash, or you might start seeing Bizarro out there because some of the character premier skins will actually have some small nuances to their characters. So like Bizarro has slightly different restands as Superman does. So the gameplay will slightly adjust there. So being able to use those premier skins will add another complexity.
And that adds another layer of excuses when people lose. If you play Superman, you can go play Sonic Fox, beat him, and then he'll be like, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, he's had years of Superman training, but he didn't have Bizarro training.
So you can get that win.
Get that W.
Yep.
Again, there's probably a lot of minutia stuff we didn't talk about yet that will be in the patch notes, which will hopefully happen at some point today. Just follow our Twitter. We'll link you to the forums from there. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Paulo, thank you for joining and talking about the patch. Burke, thanks for manning the desk.
Ну, короче, сегодня должен выйти патч-ноут, тоже в котором все это будет расписано подробно. На сайте там будет, наверное, ссылка.
I hope you guys loved watching the Turtles. We're very happy to bring them to you. And if you have the early editions, the Ultimates and whatnot, you'll be playing them on Tuesday, plus a Multiverse if you want to try them out. I'm very excited for you guys to try the Turtles.
I have a question.
Yep.
What are the odds that I can convince you to, on the count of 3, to end the string with a turtle power?
I think it's pretty good.
Maybe.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Wait. Are we going on 3 or
on.
Oh my God. Are we going on 3 or go?
Wait, did we cover all the Bursty shutouts when Derek was here?
Oh, there was like 4 pages.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could recap them since
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Turtle power!
Ага. Окей. Окей, чуваки. Мы это пережили. Так. Ее сейчас тормозить не будет. Ну что, ребят, напоследок трейлерочек, черепашечек.